Over 4 million people from over 180 countries have undergone inner engineering, Sadhguru's flagship program. Millions chant Shambho daily, stand before Adiyogi, and follow the Isha path. But few know of the man behind Sadhguru's spiritual awakening, a silent sage who never sought disciples, fame, or ashrams. His name is Palani Swami, a reclusive Tamil Siddhar yogi whose story remains untold, hidden in the folds of the Velliangiri mountains. This is not just a biography. It's the unveiling of the forgotten thread that weaves through Isha's very foundation. In Sadhguru's own words, he was never a seeker, he was simply bursting with questions. That internal storm found stillness on a rock in the Chamundi Hills when, at the age of 25, he entered a profound meditative state that altered the course of his life. But that awakening needed direction, grounding, and a guru who could help him navigate what had opened up within. Enter Palani Swami, a mystic with no website, no followers, and no sermons, just presence. A man who walked barefoot through Tamil villages, lived in caves, and practiced deep yogic sadhana in silence. Palani Swami wasn't just a wandering yogi. He belonged to the ancient Siddhar tradition of Tamil Nadu. The Siddhars were not saints in saffron, but scientists of the inner dimension, blending alchemy, medicine, and intense yogic practices. They believed in transforming the human body into a luminous vessel for divine consciousness. Palani Swami was steeped in these teachings, known among local villagers as a mad saint who spoke to the mountains and slept under the stars. But when he met the young Sadhguru, something shifted, not in Palani Swami, but in Sadhguru's path. In their earliest encounters, Palani Swami said very little, but his presence acted as a transmission. According to insiders close to Sadhguru, it was Palani Swami who introduced him to the deeper dimensions of Hatha Yoga, Raja Yoga, and the sacred geography of the Velliangiri Hills, a space that would one day become the home of the Isha Yoga Center. Sadhguru often refers to Velliangiri as the Kailash of the South. But what's less spoken about is how Palani Swami was its quiet guardian long before Isha was built there. Sadhguru has mentioned that the Dhyanalinga, a unique energy form consecrated over years, was not just his personal endeavor. While he never names Palani Swami directly in many talks, those close to Isha say the foundational energy processes used in Dhyanalinga's consecration were influenced by the Siddha. The silence surrounding Palani Swami is not accidental. It is perhaps his final teaching. In a world obsessed with identity and recognition, he remains nameless, propertyless, and untraceable, a being who shaped legacies but never claimed them. Many have tried to trace Palani Swami. Some say he returned to the forests beyond Palani Hills. Others claim he attained Mahasamadhi in obscurity. A few villagers around Thirumurti Hills whisper stories of a yogi who disappeared into light during meditation. There are no photographs, no ashrams, and no biographies. In contrast to the grand visibility of modern gurus, Palani Swami's path was that of self-erasure, a dissolving of ego so total, only his influence remains. He is a ghost in the bones of Isha, a spirit in the stone of the Dhyanalinga. But why does this story matter now? Because in an age where gurus trend on social media and teachings are brand identities, Palani Swami is a reminder of ancient authenticity. He did not want to be followed, he wanted no name remembered. Yet his yogic fire passed silently through Sadhguru, who then shaped one of the largest spiritual movements on the planet. That makes Palani Swami not just relevant, but vital. His is the invisible hand behind a visible legacy. Many spiritual seekers wonder, how do I find a real guru? The answer may not be in temples or YouTube videos, but in the kind of inner stillness that people like Palani Swami embodied. You won't find him on stage or in a book deal. But perhaps, if you sit long enough in silence, near a mountain or under a tree, something of him may speak through the wind. In the Siddhar tradition, presence is the teaching. And in that light, Palani Swami remains a living transmission, beyond name or form. Sadhguru often says, if you sit here with absolute involvement, the whole cosmos will become yours. That essence, that depth, that science of presence can be traced back to forgotten yogis like Palani Swami. The Siddhars never advertised enlightenment. They became it. And perhaps the greatest irony of Palani Swami's life is this: in forgetting himself, he ensured that others would awaken. Not with slogans, but with stillness. Not with speeches, but with spaces like Dhyanalinga. As you finish this video, take a moment. Close your eyes. Breathe. And remember this: the greatest beings don't leave statues behind, they leave silence. If this story touched something within you, don't let it remain a passive experience. Explore, meditate, seek, not for fame, not for power, but for truth. And if you feel called, share this story. Let the forgotten be remembered, not for their name, but for their essence. Because in remembering Palani Swami, we remember the sacred path of every true seeker.